What the fuck is good, everybody? SOS Wrestling Network back at y'all once again. New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 CLIMAX 32 takes place upcoming this morning. We're going to be in Hokkaido, Japan. We're going to have about 4 G1 CLIMAX matches to talk about. I believe that's going to be Block D at the D Block action. Shout out to my guys Jada Kiss, Styles P, Sheik Lutz, D Block action taking in effect. We have some preliminary matches, of course. So let's go ahead and just kind of breeze through those. The first match we have Tom Lawler is going to be taking on Kosei Fujita. This is merely just a warm-up for Tom Lawler for his G1 Climax, so we know who's getting a victory here. Tom Lawler, it's all about how he's going to do it. Coming up, moving up on the card, we have Roye Oya taking on, or teaming, with Toriyano, taking on the debuting over here in Japan, at least anyway, Bad Dude Tito and Jonah. I think it's safe to say that Bad Dude Tito and Jonah is going to get the victory for their side. We're going to have Toriyano and Jonah facing off in the G1 Climax on the next day, so that's some interesting stuff right there. Next, we have a trios tag, Jotto, David Finley, and Tonga. Interesting trios team right there, taking on Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, and Sho. I think we all know Jotto's going to be the one to eat the pinfall right here. This seems kind of the right decision to do right there. Seems kind of apropos. He's the only one besides Sho that's not in the G1 Climax. And yeah, I don't think you want to have Sho lose to him, but I could be wrong. Moving on to the fourth match on this card, we got Taka Michinoku, Taichi, Zach Saber Jr., and Lace Archer, a.k.a. Suzuki Gun, taking on the Bullet Club's Kenta, Juice Robinson, Bad Luck Fale, and Chase Owens right here. I think we're going to have the Suzuki Gun team taking an L. That being, more specifically, Taka Michinoku taking that big L, taking a loss right here. And this is pretty much all about which member of the G1 Climax representatives of the Bullet Club team are going to be the one to get the victory. So I'm gonna say Chase Owens. Fuck it, I'll say Chase Owens gets the victory. Next match we have on the card is a trios match right here. Yoshihashi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto versus Los Ingobernables de Japons, Bushi, Shingo Takagi, and Tetsuya Naito right here. Unfortunately, LIJ is probably going to take the L. So Yoshihashi's probably going to pin Bushi right here. I think that's a good pick to go ahead and, if we had bets, we had DraftKings for New Japan, I think that would be a good selection. But like I said, the Chaos Trio is most likely going to get that dub. Moving on to our first G1 Climax action of said show, we have Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on the debuting G1 Climax participant, that being Aaron Henare right here. I'm going to go with Hiroshi Tanahashi. I know it'll be like a pretty big upset for Aaron Henare getting the victory over Tanahashi on the first night. And hell, you could kind of write the story itself and having Aaron Henare beat him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Tanahashi right here. I'm just going to stick with the ace. I think the ace is safe money. So going with the ace. Moving on up the card, we have familiar foes right here, old rivals. We have Will Ospreay taking on a guy who just came up from the junior heavyweight division, making his first G1 Climax appearance. We have El Phantasmo right here. And harking back to a couple years ago when El Phantasmo made his debut for the Best of the Super Junior, this is the guy he faced first. This is the guy he got a victory on first. He got a victory over Will Ospreay. So it's just almost kind of reminiscent of that. As we all know, Ospreay moved to the heavyweight division before El Phantasmo did. So maybe he's trying to repeat history here. It's El Phantasmo a little bit. So moving on to the semi-main of this card, we have the Cold Skull Sonata, former IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion, and I meant to say Will Ospreay actually is the U.S. Champion, so I forgot to mention that. Sonata taking on the current IWGP World's Heavyweight Champion, that being the Switchblade Jay White right here. I think Jay White starts his tournament off pretty smoothly, pretty well. I think he's going to get the victory over Sonata right here. And I think you want to have your champion start off hot and start off strong. So I think that's what we're going to get. I feel that's what we're going to get. Jay White gets the W. So moving on to the main event right here, we have the former IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, former G1 Climax winner, former everything winner. Actually, he's defending G1 Climax champion currently. Kazuchika Okada taking on the United Empire's hatchet, that being Jeff Cobb. I got Jeff Cobb winning this right here. I think they faced off in the semifinal last year before Okada went ahead and wrestled Ibushi in the final. So I got Jeff Cobb getting the victory, getting his payback here against the Rainmaker. And yeah, this I don't know, getting his first 2 points on the board, man. So that's night one. I might as well talk about night two briefly because they're going to have like a double shot. It's going to be night one, night two. They're going to have a couple-day break and, go into the formalities and all that stuff. So Sunday, what we're going to get is also in Hokkaido. So they're going to, I believe, day one, they're going to be on their way. Then day two comes in. So the first match you got here is David Finley, Yoshihashi, interesting team, taking on Royce Isaacs, and Tom Lawler. But seeing that both David Finley and Yoshihashi are in the G1, I think Royce Isaacs is going to be the one to eat the pinfall right here. It would be kind of silly for any participant in the G1 to lose in a preliminary match. So that's who I'm rolling with. Next match, we have tag team match. Bad Luck Fale and El Phantasmo taking on Taka Michinoku and Lance Archer. Taka Michinoku, we know why you're here. This to eat this pinfall right here. Should be an entertaining match, but we all know Taka's going to eat the pinfall. So next, we have an 8-man tag. United Empires. Aaron Henare, Great-O-Khan, Jeff Cobb, Will Ospreay taking on the House of Torturers, Dick Togo, Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, Show. I got the Green Knight and the United Empire getting the victory. Dick Togo is going to be eating a pinfall. I would give the win to maybe Aaron Henare, but I can also see Great-O-Khan getting the victory as well. So I'm going to say a Great-O-Khan or Aaron Henare getting the W. Next, we have, moving on up the card, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion Jay White teaming with Chase Owens' Bullet Club teammate, taking on former Bullet Club teammates Jotto and Tonga right here. This is another victory for Chase Owens. He's racking the victories in the, I guess, the E block now. He's going to defeat Jotto. And this is a good look for him to get victories, even though he might not get a lot of victories in the G1 Climax. So, good luck for Chase Owens right here. We're going to have, of course, Tonga and Jay White coming up. I think that would be Jay White's second match, I believe, and Tama's first match. Hell, I don't even think they're in the same block, because that's not what it's looking like right here. So I'm just talking a lot of bullshit, but don't listen to me. So then moving on up the card, trios match, Hiroki Goto, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kazuchika Okada versus Los Ingobernables de Japón's Tetsuya Naito, Sonata, and Bushi. I think we know Bushi's going to be the one taking a pinfall right here, or it might be a submission. He's going to be the one taking a loss for his team, unfortunately. So, moving on, first G1 Climax, Block B action of the day. We have Tomohiro Ishii taking on Taichi. These guys are no strangers to each other. They've had many matches in the past, over championships, sometimes not over championships. I got Taichi winning. We need to get this man YouTube subscribers along with our subscribers. We need to get them both up. So, Taichi, get your victory, get them super chats, baby. And you're going to start off getting 2 points here in the G1. So, moving on up the card, we got Toriyano versus Jonah. This is Jonah's first appearance over here in Japan. He has a very tricky foe ahead of him, that being Toriyano. Toriyano is known to get sneak victories over everybody, and Jonah better watch himself. I think he's in trouble for another sneak victory. I think he's going to get surprised defeated by Yano. And it's not really that surprised because he does the shit all the damn time. So I got Yano winning this match right here. Semi-main, we have Kenta versus Zach Saber Jr. I'm rolling Kenta. This is his first match back in a while. It's been, I think, since Wrestle Kingdom, first singles match back since Wrestle Kingdom. So he just made his debut, or his re-debut, on the New Japan Road Tour. Let's start Kenta off with a bang, get him first 2 points. Zach Saber Jr. will be fine in this tournament. He'll continue to just roll like he does. And in the main event here, we have Shingo Takagi taking on Juice Robinson. I think Juice is going to get the victory. It's been a while since he's been over here in Japan as far as a G1, so I think Juice is going to get a victory. And he's going to reestablish that he used Hard Rock Juice Robinson, and he is a Bullet Club member now. So I got Juice winning on this match. That was my first preview of Night 1 and Night 2 as far as the G1 Climax 32 goes. Like I said earlier, be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please tell a friend. I am the Pro Wrestling Fly God. I am Stardust Yaku, representing SOS Wrestling Network, and I'm signing off up out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.